Hi there, Sandra here. Today I thought I would explain how I made this box with acetate, vinyl and card. Now this isn't complicated to make, but there are some important steps needed to make sure that it all goes according to plan. Believe me, I did this a couple of times and I was having great difficulty getting the acetate to do what I wanted it to do. So this is a hexagonal box. The top comes off like so. Now if you want to make the top so that it is a tighter fit, you can put a strip of card around the inside. So it depends on what you're going to be using it for. It's already got the score marks in it and the cut lines. You just fold it up, glue it together. What is more interesting is how the acetate is dealt with. Now I cut a A4 piece of acetate, but I cut it down in half because I didn't want a long tube. So this is the original form of the acetate, and as you might be able to see, I have dashed score lines in here. I did try normal solid lines using a blade, but not using too much force. But I wasn't overly happy with the way that it folded, whereas this folds really quite nicely. And you don't really notice these score lines much when it's actually put together. So the score lines are in the file and they are precisely placed so that this folds up and it is the correct size to go into one of these bases. These are the same size, top and bottom, no difference. This is my original one that didn't work. I did have this pattern which I really liked, but all the remnants from this I actually saved onto a sheet, and I was very glad that I did because I had to throw this one out. Unfortunately, I hadn't tried scoring this one and I thought I'd just be able to fold the acetate. And I folded it okay, but not in straight lines, and therefore the top and the bottom were different sizes and I didn't have the right overlap, so that got binned. So you do your design and you place it on here as ever you wish. Now you might notice on this one I have no glue, no tape, nothing here, because I've designed it so that there is an overlap, and the overlap is on both ends. You've got about 1 centimetre on both ends, and they simply go one inside the other. And then you can use a bit of your design over one side to actually close it up. And that's all I've done on here. I have, there we go, there is a heart there which is over the seam, and there's a heart down there which is over the seam. So if you've got the right pattern that you're doing, you should be able to do that quite easily. So to put this in here, all I did was put some double-sided tape in here on all the sides. Only remove one piece of the double-sided tape covering for the first section. So you would put in a section, get it in precisely the right place, because once you've done that, the rest will follow suit quite easily. That's how it's done, and the score lines were set up in Shortcut Slot. In Shortcut Slot you have various options for score lines. You can choose one of the ready-made patterns, or you can choose a pattern that you make yourself and just add it to your selection. Very, very easy to do, nothing difficult about that whatsoever. The decor panels here I just did with a lattice fill in Shortcut Slot, and in fact even these are lattice fills, they're just very much bigger lattice fills and they're not on an angle. So that was all done for me automatically. So there we have a lovely little box suitable for Valentine's Day or a birthday, something like that. Just to get this finished off, I did another lid. Sorry, that's my cat whinging at me because he's not getting any attention. So yes, the moral of the tale is make sure that your design actually fits the height of the acetate that you've got. This way, so people can actually see you. Yeah, there you go. Well, that's better, isn't it? Having a bit of a fuss. So yes, that's how to do the acetate box. And it's a lot easier if you do not have a cat whinging at you in the background, I can assure you. Teddy. See, I stroke him and he stops. He's actually after treats, I'm sure. He has two toys that we put treats in. And one of them is designed for dogs. It's like a tower with 3 layers. And he can now work out how to do that in less than a minute. When he feels in the need of treats, he can get those out of there quite easily. And there's another one which is like a circular helter-skelter type thing. You put treats in that and he gets them out. The trouble is, I think they put some like catnip in these treats or something because he absolutely loves them. It's rather akin to a toddler wanting ice cream all the time. You'd think that he was never fed, which is obviously not the case if you saw the size of him. But he really does like these treats. And he'll meow and he'll meow and he'll meow in the hope that I'm going to give in, which I'm not. He gets treats every day, but he only gets a certain amount of them. I didn't give in to my toddlers, and I'm not giving in to a cat either. Okay, I'll see you again soon.